Hey, Sonny here. So today I want to show you how to play the intro to I Dream in Infrared. I'll cover the verse and the rest of songs later, but I just kind of want to go over that right now. My guitar is tuned to standard tuning, EADGBE at 440. Um, the Queensryche voicing, when they play the chords, they have a lot of suspended chords. Basically, they will play the chord and they add a second note of the chord, the fourth note of the chord. So in this case, they use a F sharp minor chord and a B chord. And with F sharp minor chord, they add the E to it. Basically, it's the minor seventh of the chord. And when you play the B chord, they add the second note to it of the chord, which is the C sharp, the second note of B scale with C sharp, um, and also add this sixth, no, I'm sorry, the fourth note of B uh, major chord, which is an E note. So you'll see when I go over the chords, you'll see that mainly it's those two chords: is F sharp minor seventh and B chord, the B major chord with added notes to it. That kind of makes up builds. That's the basic structure of building that intro. So, and I'll show you that, and let's get started. So the chords are F sharp minor, seventh. Um, Basically, you play fourth fret on the D, sixth fret on the G, seventh fret on the B string. Play the D4 again, and then open E, B7, G6, D4. You don't move that. It's like a power chord. You put your fingers on the fourth fret on the D, sixth fret on the G, and seventh fret on the B string with your pinky. And you don't move that. You just play the notes. And you end on the low E string. Uh, Queensryche does a lot of the suspended notes, open strings, to make it sound interesting. So you do that twice, and the next part is kind of like a B, like a B motif, like a B chord, um, but you added the suspended notes to it. So that you added the E note. E is basically the fourth note of the B chord. So you add to that, and then you have the second fret on the B string, which is the second note of B, because that is a C sharp. So you take a suspended chords, you have the second and the fourth note of the chord. If you add those second and fourth note to a chord, it's a suspended chord. So you got that. So the part goes like this. Um, I use my index finger on the fourth fret on the G string, and I play that with the B string together, open, and then put your middle finger on the fourth fret on the B string, play that, and the fourth fret on the G string, and then open E string. So you do that twice. It ends on the fourth fret on the G string, and then you switch hand. You play the fourth fret on the D string with your ring finger, and play the second fret of your B string with my index finger. I just kind of bar it down that way, and then you play this E chord at this position: D2, fourth fret of G, fifth fret of B string, and open E string. So you just play all those notes straight down. 2, 4, 5, open. Back to B5. Back to G4. And you put your index finger, kind of move your hand down a little bit, so you can bar it. So you can hold down the second fret of your E string without moving your hand. you play the second fret of your high E string. So again, slowly goes like this. Okay, so far that whole section goes like this. And then G6, 4th fret on the B string, open E string. Then you only change the G note, the note on the G string to 4th fret on the G. And then 2nd fret of G and open B string. Pre-verse goes like this. That's one part of it. That's the Michael Wilton part. Here's the Chris DeGarmo part. Goes from the verse. So the Michael Wilton part goes like this. Just B chord, 2nd fret of A string, 4th fret of D and G, and an open B string. So basically you play the first two notes, A2 and D4 together first, and then you play 4th fret of D, 4th fret on the G, and open B string together. So power chord at C sharp position, A4, D6 twice, and you play A chord, open A, 2nd fret of D string, and then you play open A string, 2nd fret of D string, and you add a 4th note on the G string. So it goes like this. Do that again. And then G chord. You can do the power chord at G. Do the A chord with the 4th fret added to the G string. Or you do the open G chord. And back to the that rate again. B chord, and then C sharp, back to A, back to B chord, and then you play the B chord. The second time you play the B chord, you lift up your 2nd fret of A string, so you play the open A string. You still play the 4th fret of D and G together. Now when that happens, the bass note plays like this. That's the bass note. So chromatically, you walk down. So if you want to play the bass note on the guitar, you can do that. There's 12, 11, 10, 9. On the A string, you walk down. And then 5, 4, and 2 on the A string. And that goes to the verse arpeggios. So again, the last part of it goes like this. The reason why I skipped playing the 12th fret there, because the 12th fret plays the exact same time I play the open A string with that chord. That's why. It's the same note, it just 1 octave higher. So that's the Michael Wilton part. The Chris DeGarmo part is pretty much the same thing, except after they play the B chord, he'll do the slide. It goes like this. Same thing as Michael Wilton. Go. This is different. So play the B chord twice, and then play the second fret on the A, and then play the fourth fret of D and G together, slap the 6th fret, and play the 4th fret again on the D and G, and hammer on the 6th fret this time. So I play the open G power chord, open G chord. I'll play the G chord with the 3rd fret on the E with my index finger, 3rd fret on the B string with my ring finger, and I let all the string rain out except the A string, which I'm blocking the A string with my index finger, the bottom of my index finger. So you can only hear this. You only hear the E3, open D, open G, and 3rd fret of the B. Play open G and 2nd fret of B string together, and the 2nd fret of D and G. And the next part, B chord, B power chord, and the 4th fret of the G and open B string together. And then, so I play the open 4th fret on the G, open B string, 2nd fret on the E string one time. You lift up the 2nd fret of the E string, you play 4th fret of G, open B and E string together 3 times. Back to B chord. Back to the bass note. So that's the gobble part. So again, the gobble part goes like this. So that's the distortion part of the intro to I Dream in Infrared.